February 9th, Inner Temple, Trinity Hall. Hello everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Easy Between Trials and Tribulations. Before I begin, I just want to say that I started to record this video a few minutes ago, but then I realized my microphone was still muted. I'm not sure why I muted it to begin with, but I have to do about 10 minutes over again. So the first 10 minutes or so will be just a redo of what I already did. So apologies for that, but I was not going to do the first 10 minutes without my voice. So anyway, let's get going here. In the previous video, we learned that the victim of this case, Elise Denim, was in actuality Misty Fay, the long-lost mother of Maya Fay and her deceased sister, Mia Fay, who had been missing since the DL6 incident. So that's kind of tragic. And also, we learned, to our horror, that there are now 5 locks here, whereas before there were just 1. So let's see if we can find what's going on here. Right, this is what Goodo was talking about. Yeah, 3 locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cabin was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only 1 lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo these the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you want to talk without your face all green. Matters, Edgeworth. Go and get some there. I will deal with the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly fine. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you can make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's the only concern now, my old Edgeworth. Understood. I'm going to do an investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner somewhere of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix, right? I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Escape. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely triggered by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the secret cavern was alright, but what? When I saw these chains here, I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the secret cavern door, and how in the world would do something like this? Trick lock. These trick locks are a secret treasure of the Crime tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you are the one who set these locks? I don't think it's that simple, Francisca von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only 1 lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Iwaya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Is there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But it would take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. You've got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. We're going to have to call you on your inner strength now. The night of the crime. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix, right? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hezekiah Temple at the time of the incident. You were seen that same evening at the inner temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hezekiah Temple too. Being spotted on both Hezekiah Temple and the inner temple is as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about yet. Okay. Probably we get some water. Temple gates. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. Dusky Bridge. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Okay, this is where I was when I discovered my mic was still muted. Oh, Mr. Nick! Pearls, what are you doing here? Nothing. Oh, Miss Maya, is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry, this is the losers' shack. Where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other as failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Luis did a picture of me. That's, great, Pearls. We're going together in firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't you try to get fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes what I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. I'm caught up where I was. Louisa's sketch. Louis, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Hey, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. I'll see you now, with Pearl. She'll lose us cooking potatoes together forevermore. What is she, like, a third of your age? What am I going to do with this and with him? Alright then, what do you mean thinking about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to move like that, you know? It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. No. It wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Louis... Not you two. Please don't look at me like that. Pearl? Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Louis thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. I was wide awake after the lightning struck. Based on his position here, on his back, and he saw something behind him, it can only mean one thing. And I saw what I saw. It was exactly like it drew in the picture. And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. Hey, what's the look on down in your face? Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? I'm going to need to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what were you exactly doing when it all happened? I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Mr. Denham's room, reading a book together. But Mr. Denham was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the Inner Temple. No. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Whoa. I've been a bad girl. That's a different position than I'm used to. Why are they like this? It's usually a W shape, isn't it? That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power, it has disappeared. What? My powers have disappeared? Lost powers? What do you mean your powers disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Way to go, Nick. You need to cry. That was really cruel of you. Just as I thought. I'm going to have to break her cyclops to get to the truth out of her. The talk lights now, so has to go to Temple main gate. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back in the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. But Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Well, Hasakura Temple, main hall. Well, what's the damage? How was the secret cavern? It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. And about the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern. But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those tricks locks are those of the Shrine tradition. We have Iris at the secret cavern, trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you're telling me about how the Master of Shrine disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared in this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Shrine Tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them." Someone was trying to destroy the main family line? There was only one heir to the line title Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Shrine, and her daughters the main family. All of the mediums become branch family members, with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Oh. Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Shrine channeling technique. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the mask case, and during the Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The killing technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you seem more poor, Mr. Wright? Ho ho ho. You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe it anymore, you see, all because of the one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the record still exists if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file. That's what I thought. The DL6 incident? I knew it. The DL6 incident. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Oops. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium was performed the channeling with Misty Fay, Maya's mother. Through Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. That man was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the crime tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Crime Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Fay's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The crime channel tradition is starting to recover at last. But with the new master wielding the power of the clan. Does she mean Maya? Family feud? The spiritual power of the crime channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before. The women of the Fae clan have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister, too. An older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right. Misty Fay had an elder sister, too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master's seat from her. Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Morgan? There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now, at Maya's home, Crime Village. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. Huh? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Is Iris is Morgan Free's daughter? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Free's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you met one of Mrs. Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearls. Pearl Fay. I always thought that she was an only child. You jest. That child. She's missing Morgan's? I had no idea. Missing Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Missing Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, what? The 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and missing Pearl. What? Twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? That happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, missing Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Clan's reputation hit an all-time low. When missing Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here in the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister, could it be? Can you tell me more things, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. A jeweler, you say? That's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. That's what I said. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Rose has 2 older sisters, huh? Well, technically half-sisters, but yeah. Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mrs. Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. It seems that the incident here was a result of Mrs. Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confine her. So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Hazakura Temple Courtyard. Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're playing? Is that they're humming? What? No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me. No motive, no crime. That sounds like Victor Kudo's theme song from Recipe for Turnabout. Does it not? search in a channeling room of crime. Whoop. That was my job. Who cares if the clues aren't no good? That's not what investigating's all about. Investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. That the case is gonna be airtight. That the case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made you a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? That bolt swing sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Investigation. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. You know, talking that, and then taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back in HQ. What? You mean... What? What the heck? Okay. What? You mean... On the details, pal. All I know is, if we don't find my down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. None of my wits, pal. And who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What do you mean by that? This letter that you found. What about that letter you found? Don't mind me, pal. I'm busting my gut here trying to find the murder weapon. Now I find some printable letter. Printable letter? Yeah, it was in the incinerator right outside the Iron Temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. After the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spear mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spear mediums? One letter added to the court record. Found my gumshoe in the Inner Temple incinerator. It's gotta be important to mention spear mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. After you chuck it in the trash when you're done, that means a crime, pal. Murder weapon. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the shishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edwards proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, there must have been another blade. That's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man, it's a tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the federal forensics, cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's the secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You've got to think scientifically, okay? Alright. My weapon was a sword. Swords to me are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No? I know what he's going to say, but I don't let him look smart. Sword's the perfect tool for the top. Ta-da! I'm a metal detector. Raise your hands if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Oh, funny. Well, you want to give it a scientific investigation on girl? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I have Detective Gumshoe out or not? Play forensics expert. Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, you can make it cry. It's so high-tech, you can skydive off it. Oh, bother. So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first let's turn the detector on. As the sound of the metal detector's signal bouncing off of something metallic. Next. Oh. I'm sorry, I missed that. Oh, I'm not even doing anything. Sorry, I messed up. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? I'm sorry, I did not know it was going to go ahead of me. I wasn't able to read it all, so I'll have to pause the video yourself and then read it yourself. So, let's see here. Yeah, we thought so. Made of wood, I guess. Whoa, that's going off. This is Mr. Nim's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. The detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything on this. It looks like it might be metallic. It's kind of flawed there, detective. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a good look at it. Let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the... Crack. Ack! The top is coming off. Look what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! That's a sword inside the staff. Is this... could it be a murder weapon? I never have guessed there would be a sword concealed in the staff. We call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. The real Italian scene of the murder of the crime was the inner temple garden. And why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey Gumshoe, Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until we discovered it just now. You know, as they say, there was no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Good job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shishito, too. Shishito. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight.
Hold it!
Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know? You're gonna get that stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding it off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know. I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and... well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence that the testimony I hear, the way uneasy I feel. You don't think... Maya's been... Please, detective. Just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. You're kind of Viridian there. Okay. Stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This half-secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular, run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay, now, you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that's some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Victim staff I received from Detective Gumshoe for safekeeping. Has a sword hidden inside. No one knows this except me and Detective Gumshoe. I can't help but wonder, though. What was the least in him doing with the staff like this in the first place? Okay, let's see here. Hang on. Can we at least do this now? Okay, engage. In Temple Garden. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's got to be a tough job. Well, especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! Hey, don't you dare run away. What do you want, right? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, you can go on, get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's still just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Well, let's find out what that is. The investigation. You guys were putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean that because of the writing in blood? And the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids in the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen when we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. And that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined that I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake, and not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? Iris. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in the court before. So we went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for a file? Yes. I took over every case of file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court, and as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give you that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? That might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. let's see here, I'm at 15 minutes, so I had to leave it on a cliffhanger, but I think now is as good as time as any to stop the video. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and save it, because I don't expect to do more until probably tomorrow after work. So, let's see here. Hang on. Okay. Number 8. And with that, that'll be the end of the video. So until next time, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And next time, we will conclude the investigation portion of this case. And with that, until next time, have a great rest of your day, and take care.